Hi everyone, in this video we look at another example where we're told to simplify and state any restrictions, and here we've got a product of two rational expressions, and then we're going to divide by this rational expression here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to factor all of our rational expressions, the numerators and denominators. So we get x plus 7 over x squared minus 5x minus 36. Well, that factors to x plus 4 times x minus 9, because here I need to find two numbers that multiply to negative 36 and add to negative 5, which would be negative 9 and positive 4. I'm going to multiply by, well, let's see if we can factor the numerator here. I need to find two numbers that multiply to 54 and add to negative 15. So this would factor to x minus 6 and x minus 9, because 6 times 9, or negative 6 times negative 9 is 54, and negative 6 plus negative 9 is negative 15. Then in the denominator, I've got a difference of squares, x squared minus 36. Well, difference of squares always factor into conjugates. So I've got x plus 6 times x minus 6. And then lastly, I'm going to factor x squared minus 2x minus 63. Again, I need to figure out two numbers that multiply to negative 63 and add to negative 2, which would be x minus 9 and x plus 7. And in the denominator, I still have x plus 4. So now I can write out any restrictions on my variables. In the denominator, let's see what restrictions I have. Well, if x is negative 4, I have negative 4 plus 4, which is 0. So x cannot be equal to minus 4. X can't be 9, because when x is 9, I have 9 minus 9, which is 0. X also can't be negative 6, or 6, or negative 4, but I've already written that restriction out. So now I can change, well, first step, first off, I can do some simplifying maybe. It was in the product that I'm multiplying x plus 7 times x minus 6 times x minus 9, or sorry, x plus 7 over x plus 4 times x plus 9 times x minus 6 times x minus 9 over x plus 6 times x minus 6. So notice that when I multiply these two rational expressions, there's some factors that I can divide out. I can divide out x minus 9, and I can divide out x minus 6. Now that makes the expressions that we're going to be writing out a little bit simpler. So now I have x plus 7 over x plus 4 times 1 over x plus 6. And now I can multiply by the reciprocal of this rational expression. So I can change the division of this division of this rational expression to multiplication by the reciprocal. So I have times x plus 4 over x minus 9 times x plus 7. Now I need to state any new restrictions that have come up. So there's a new restriction that came up where x cannot be equal to 9. Actually, we've already got that restriction written above, so I don't have to write it down again. But I do have a new restriction where x can't be negative 7. So I write out that new restriction. Now that we've got this written in terms of all multiplication, I can divide out any factors that are both in the numerator and denominator. Notice that I've got a factor of x plus 7 that I can divide out, and I have a factor of x plus 4 that I can divide out. So this simplifies to, well, in the numerator, I'll just have 1, and then in the denominator, I'll have x plus 6 times x minus 9. And the restrictions I need to list out. So I've got that x cannot be equal to minus 7, minus 6, minus 4, 6, and 9. So lots of restrictions to list out there. That concludes this lesson, and we'll see you in the next video.